There's a song we can use for this. Would we get sued? Is it public domain yet? Nah, whatever. Let's not get sued. Monster's a pretty cool keyword. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It was there. The monster keyword was always there. And it became more and more relevant with characters like Mole Man being out there. And characters like, what's his name? Shumagarath being out there. But they've kind of made a more recent comeback in the past 2 sets. Superman and Legion of Superheroes, of course, brought us 2 major monsters to the game. And Deadpool has seen quite a few monsters show up into the game. I'm not talking about them. They're too expensive, and they're not worth the money. But what I am going to talk about is the monster keyword. Let's start with the Superman and Legion of Superheroes, 2 of the biggest additions to the monster metagame. That is Bizarro and Lydia Maller. Bizarro on his own has been piloted very effectively, especially with the Infinity Gauntlet of late. Though that won't happen much longer, given the upcoming cuts to the metagame. Lydia Maller, as well, is a monster, and she's a very effective figure in the metagame for stealing stuff. Probably most known for stealing hammers or leftover Phoenix Force tokens. Or, Batman cowls. Don't give me that look, Amber. So, Lydia Maller is very effective. Also, part of Adam Freeman's Nationals team, which happened to be a Lydia Maller, a White Witch, some entities we're going to be talking about soon. I got an episode coming up on them, I promise. And Book of Skulls with Split Lip. Strangely enough, in the metagame as well, there's a couple other characters I want to mention. One of which is a little weird. Both of which are a little weird. Who am I kidding? And we gotta talk about Evil Deadpool and Headpool. Both are monsters. Both are very cool. Headpool being one of those ones that only takes damage 1 at a time. Just because he's tiny size doesn't mean he can't be, or he's easily broken away from. The fact that one of your characters can telekinesis him into your opponent's characters. Zoe is a light object, so he will do 2 damage going in. You might get something out of it, you might not. Don't count on it. But he's also got 9 attack, 1 damage with exploit weakness, and he's got steal energy down his 3-click dial. But he only takes 1 click at a time for the first 2 clicks. It's pretty amazing. In addition to which, he can slow down and downrange some characters if he does happen to get some hits off. Which, with a 9 attack, is doable. I have yet to get it off. More importantly, though, he's a distraction for 38 points. As well, he comes with the ability to use these. These being, for those, I don't know how good the camera is doing on catching these, but these are the speech bubbles that come with the Deadpool characters. Now, more specifically, he's got access not only to the ones I was gonna lick your hand or bite your toes, but there's other ones that are out there that can make him fairly obnoxious, such as the blank one, part of the OP kit, which gives him wild card. Now, we're sticking to the monster keyword. Bizarro has this neat little team ability called the Superman enemy team ability, which could give Bizarro, if he happens to be adjacent to Headpool, a wit. Or should we say use Evil Deadpool on the same team, and let's put Bizarro at any point value, it doesn't matter. Let's say 125. Bizarro can get outwit from Headpool or Evil Deadpool, and Evil Deadpool can get outwit from the Headpool so long as you have both of them the wildcard one. Now, I haven't seen rules with regards to not being able to use 2 of them. I would love to be corrected on that, I would love to be corrected if that's the actual fact, but when it comes down to it, having the 2 wildcard Deadpools is a pretty effective strategy. Now, monsters themselves don't carry a great deal of team abilities themselves. Some of them do, some of them don't. Most of them don't. But there are, of course, exceptions with characters like Shumagarath that come to mind. So, but Monster is making itself known. Between Lydia Maller and Bizarro on their own, and other characters that are more and more becoming frequent, and even with the Mole Man gone his way out, it's a team that can really kind of make things happen. And, you know, they just recently added Lissa Drag. So I'd like to see how she works with the monster team eventually, although she's a little bit more on the defensive side. And a lot of monsters, in some cases, don't have great big defenses, but some of them do. Like, Lydia Mallory in Close Combat has a great big defense. And Bizarro, on like 3 or 4 of his Clix, has 18 defense, which, you know, in a Book of Skulls metagame, not so effective. In an anti-Book of Skulls, or in a metagame where the Book of Skulls has been stomped somewhere, somehow, it's a thing. So, that's that for this episode. We've got another episode coming up next week, and we're going to keep on track here.